Are Democrats more interested in playing political theater than actually learning the truth? Let me ask Tim Carney. He's the commentary editor for the Washington Examiner, and you've been writing about this all day. Tim, what do you make of it so far?
Yeah, I think that moment with Kavanaugh was very telling, where she said, in effect, the implication is that if you were a judge who supported Roe v. Wade, that you would get more of a benefit of the doubt, that they wouldn't be as interested in these charges. That's pretty perverse, but I think what it reflects is how this is just about politics, that they have repeatedly taken actions that show not only are they opposed to Kavanaugh, but they are more interested in political theater than they are in getting at the truth of Christine Blasey Ford's accusations against Kavanaugh.
And, you know, it seems like some of this, at least, on the part of Dianne Feinstein and some of the people she showed the letter to from Dr. Ford, that this was a last-ditch effort. And it's really unfortunate because now the process is rushed. And, you know, you can't have an endless timeline on this nomination. And I understand that Democrats are just trying to get back at Republicans for the Merrick Garland disaster, something they see as a fiasco. But Democrats could be doing themselves a disservice by riling up Republican voters.
I think they could be, but I think they see the political calculation works out in their favor. You do have multiple Democratic senators fundraising off of this, so the longer they drag it out, the more money they get. And you do have, they're doing a good job of riling up their base, their own base on this, so even if it's riling up the others, I think they see a political advantage in keeping the fight alive. What they don't see an advantage of is a sort of questioning of both Kavanaugh and Ford in circumstances that will make the truth easier to ascertain. So if you had, they opposed having staff lawyers go out and do that because they preferred the imagery of a bunch of old white guys asking it. If you wanted to get at the truth, Kennedy, would you rather have a professional staff lawyer interviewing these two people, or would you rather have a bunch of politicians doing it?
Yeah, that
was pretty obvious.
And that was the point that Lindsey Graham made, was some of the senators on the Judiciary Committee are 20 years removed from a courtroom, and they want a litigator who is more sensitive and also more adept at getting to the truth. And, you know, I think that's inconvenient for Democrats, and it's hard to see how Dr. Ford's legal team is not almost entirely politically motivated.
That's right. Again, if they really wanted to have a good if they believed their case and really wanted a good examination of the case, then they would have agreed to something long ago. Whether they want it to be on TV so the public can see it, or whether they don't want it to be on TV because it could be harrowing. They haven't been behaving. Neither the Democrats nor her lawyers have been behaving like people who want to get at the truth.
Yeah,
They've been behaving like partisans.
They also are behaving like people who don't understand due process, which is really interesting because one of the things a jurist is most pressed on when it comes to Supreme Court confirmation is the Constitution. And one of the requests that her legal team had of the Judiciary Committee was that he goes first, and then she gets to respond to that, which...
Well, and that he would be asked to respond to letters that to accusations that were only made like halfway in a letter or leaked out to a reporter. It doesn't work that way. And the bottom line here so far, that we've had everybody who's gone on the record and spoken sort of under oath about this has rejected her accusations. She's the only one who hasn't gone under oath. So every time that she delays, you think, why is she avoiding going under oath? I don't think that all the Democrats think it's a lie.
What is the worst case scenario for Judge Kavanaugh on Thursday?
Well, I'm open to the fact that when she testifies, he will have responses that are not convincing, and she could have responses that are convincing. Also, if they bring out his friend Mark Judge, who by all accounts, his own accounts of his own life are that he hasn't lived an upstanding high school or young adult life, that could be turned into a trial of Mark Judge. But everybody should be watching this saying, I want to see who's more credible, the woman making the accusation or the man responding to it. We all should have an open mind. I don't think either party at this moment, most of them don't. I'm hoping a handful of senators out there do. They can be swayed, and this can be ended one way or another.
Yeah, I hope that they are both looking for the truth, and they're suspending their judgments until after both people have testified. Tim Carney, thanks so much.
Thank you.